Hello, this is Mark Estepp. I'm president here at Southwest Virginia Community College. I'm here this morning with my good friend Brenda Lawson. Brenda's superintendent of Tazewell County Schools, and Tazewell County is one of the 4 schools we serve at Southwest. So about a year and a half ago, I was out visiting with the superintendents and sat down in Brenda's office, and she began to tell me about some things going on in seniors' lives that we really felt like we could have an impact on if we partnered together. And that led to the program that's being shown to you today. Brenda, talk a little bit about that meeting that we had that morning.
Well, we were delighted to have Dr. Estepp visit with us and take the time from his busy schedule, and so we talked about some things that we would like to see for our students, and certainly we felt that Southwest Virginia Community College could assist us with this endeavor. And the senior year, we realize, is a critical year for our students, and it's critical academically, and sometimes we forget the academics and go more toward the social aspect and get a little bit of senioritis toward the end. And it was that period of time that we were concerned about in the public school, of our seniors kind of shutting down. And we are a standards-based institution, and after the SOL state assessment program, the next big event for our students was the prom. And I have said it seems like after they dance, they perceive they have finished high school. And we wanted to do something to change that. So in dialogue with Dr. Estepp and some of the other staff members, we came up with what could we do to let the students know that, you know, now's the time. It's important that they think about life after high school, and we came up with the Real World Academy. And the rest is history, and I know these folks are going to learn a lot about that this morning in their session.
Well, you know, one of the things that impressed me the most about the Real World Academy was how your faculty and staff and my faculty and staff came together to make this thing happen. The scheduling was sometimes difficult to pull off because you deal with snow days and they have an effect on your schedule. To some degree we do too. So pinning the exact days down couldn't occur till relatively late in the process. My faculty were actually on a break that day, but so many of them stepped in to help. The staff stepped in, and yours did too. And it was really those groups of individuals that made us look good on this process and did such an outstanding job. And in addition to your faculty and staff and mine stepping up to the plate, we had businesses and industries in the local area that supported us. So, you know, in order for the students to really enjoy themselves, you probably have to feed them well. And so we had some great vendors step up and provide food for these students. And I think they learned a lot through the process. We called it a Real World Academy because the way students are today, you've got perhaps 30 seconds to sort of grab their attention. If you don't do that, they're off on something else. And so it was fast-paced. It was exciting. It was done in a way that they probably relate more to than us old folks do. But I enjoyed it too. I found it to be very exciting. And it was interesting to have some of those students talk to you in the hallways or see them on campus. Interesting to talk to them about what they were learning and why they were maybe finally beginning to get it. Because we see the senioritis too. We see it when they get here as freshmen for those who come. And we have so many students from Tazewell County who come to Southwest and do extremely well. But I did see a bump up in the number of students that we had after the Real World Academy. Of course, that wasn't the only goal, wasn't the main goal of Real World Academy, but we were hoping that we would see more students as a result of it, and I think that we did. And I think that the things the students experienced in Real World Academy helped them to make decisions about what they wanted to do with their life. Sure. And students of that age, they certainly feel bulletproof, and they just don't sometimes stop to think about the fact that they're beginning a path, and it's time to make some decisions. And you and I have talked about the fact that as successful as Real World Academy was last year, and we know will be this year, it really needs to be pushed down into the lower grades. Don't you think that's true?
That's true. I think we need to start looking, Mark, at 9th graders and start preparing some things that will, you know, build toward, you know, them pursuing higher education, or them being equipped to pursue a career. And I think those opportunities, when we can partner and use the resources that we have available in the public school and here at Southwest and the community, will serve to enhance, the success of our students. It was a great effort to refocus our students in the end of a school year to think again about, hey, what am I going to do with my life after high school? And it was a win situation for them. Mark, it was, I think, a win situation for Southwest and certainly for Tazewell County Public Schools, and it's great. We're blessed to have wonderful people working in our institutions, and when they can put their heads together, and they certainly did, and like you said earlier, they made us look good.
They made us look good. And with the current economic climate, and we're going to have this climate, I think, for a few more years at least, it's all the more important that we work together to do all we can for the students in this part of the state, because they're the reason we did Real World Academy. They're the reason we're going to do another one this year, and I'm sure it'll be even more successful than last year's. It is.